Never wear a cheap helmet or a cheap condom. It is very, very, very important.
That's
It is all
important.
about your life.
Right.
So,
One wrong decision, it will ruin your life. Hello and welcome back to the Moto show. Today we are going to talk about Vikas bhai.
helmets. Now,
Our
how much money should someone spend on a helmet? This is
right.
what Zoe and I we were discussing. So, Zoe, go ahead.
Yes. So Vikas bhai, recently a friend has got a sports motorcycle, that is the Aprilia RS 457, and he was wondering how much is too much for a helmet. So this is a straight question. I mean, somebody who has no budget limits, nothing like below 10,000, 20,000, nothing like that. So he's open for all kinds of suggestions from you. And even, monetary wise, if it would be a good decision to get a helmet worth like 50, 60,000 at this stage. So on to you, brother.
All right. Very, very critical question, Joe. First of all, if you are riding a motorcycle which belongs to the passionate category, okay, there are two types of motorcycles in general: commuter motorcycles and passionate motorcycles. Commuter motorcycles, we ride them because we have to ride them and we have no other option because we have to live our life, correct? We have to go to office, we have to do household work and all those kind of things. So we need to ride a commuter motorcycle. But the moment we wish to ride a passionate motorcycle, then you should not actually be having a low budget on helmet at all. There are no excuses. You cannot say I don't have money. If you don't have money, then why did you buy a passionate motorcycle? Number one point. Okay. Number two point is that people will find ways to arrange money for things that they want to buy. Simplest example today, iPhone. People spend 1.5 lakhs, 1.7 lakhs to buy an iPhone today. Okay. Which doesn't save your life, doesn't really do anything great for you in your life, but people spend that money on an iPhone. We at least use it for making content and we make money back. But
Absolutely.
people don't even use it for any
People
commercial
are buying it,
purposes.
right? Because why people are buying it just to get accepted in the society. This is the
Absolute
things have
disaster.
changed right now. So
True.
yeah, going back to helmets.
Yeah. So, people don't mind spending 70 to 1.7 lakhs on an iPhone. But when we talk about buying a helmet, even people who ride 10, 15, 20 lakh motorcycles spend about 5,000 rupees on a helmet. So here, the biggest issue is that the helmet that you need, how much you should spend on it, depends directly on how fast you want to go. All right. If you are someone who is riding a scooter to go to office, nearby work, then
Right.
yes, even a 1000 rupee helmet probably can save your life because something is better than nothing.
Absolutely
Correct?
true.
Our skull, this part of the body, is the weakest.
Right, Vikas bhai.
If we fall even at 20 kilometers per hour, this might not crack, but internal bleeding can happen.
Right. And Vikas bhai, when you said
Hmm.
the 1,000 rupee helmet,
Yeah,
uh, I'll just clarify to the audience. Vikas bhai means a full face helmet. He's not talking
correct,
about half face helmets because
correct.
70% of the impact it's on the chin area when you're falling down. So half helmet, guys, please Even if you have a scooter, anything, moped, please try to get a decent, good certification, full face helmets. So yeah, coming back to you, brother.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
here you might see me sometime in Secunderabad area wearing
yeah,
a open
half,
face helmet. Yeah,
right.
I'll tell you why. Okay.
Yeah,
First of all, it is completely my own risk. All right.
absolutely
So
true.
what happens is that after a very long day of work in the evenings or in the night, I want to get some wind in my face, you know. Yeah. Literally, I want the wind to hit my face. So I sometimes pull up the front part of my modular helmet, or sometimes I just wear a very simple open face helmet, which is not safe. But I understand the risk, and I do it only for a few kilometers. Like I'm, going
Right,
from 3 kilometers from my residence, I do it. Still, it is not justified. You should not do it, but it is a risk that I accept. But
correct.
rightly, as Zoe mentioned, if you are concerned about helmet safety, then open face helmets do not serve the complete purpose. Okay. But if someone only has an open face helmet, doesn't even have 1000 rupees, nothing wrong. There are many people that I know who are working very hard who are unable to save 1000 rupees. Okay. Then at least wear that open face helmet. Okay. Till the time you are able to buy a full face helmet. Do not think that
Absolutely.
open face helmet is useless, so I'll not even wear that. No, wear it till the time you buy a full face helmet, but work hard to save that money and buy a full face helmet.
Right. I'll
So
add
that
something
is,
to this budget, like around 1000.
hmm,
So, I have a friend who has a riding gear shop, and I was surprised to see that, some brands, Indian brands, they're launching very good, like decent built helmets at around, 1200, 1300, 1400 for the
yeah,
masses. So please, people, uh, you can get a good full face helmet. At least it will, better than a half face helmet at that price point. So we will not talk too deep about that. We will wait for brands to approach us. What about that, Vikas bhai?
absolutely. I've been
Yeah,
associated with many helmet brands. I've done so many reviews. You all know that. And here,
right,
another very important point that I would like to mention. I've seen so many girls, women who
right.
tie a cloth over their head, like on their face. Okay. I love women. That is the reason I'm saying this. Okay. Instead of putting all the effort of tying a scarf onto your face to protect your face from dust and pollution, wear a full face helmet.
It will help you better.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, even in a event of an unfortunate fall, if your skin gets cut, it'll never heal to the original condition. So, if you wear a full
Absolutely.
face helmet, you'll be protecting your beauty. Forget about life and all that, but
It
beauty
looks
you'll be
cool as
protecting.
well, Vikas bhai. It looks so cool.
Yeah,
Somebody is
true,
wearing a full face. Right,
true. So, going back to the first line that I mentioned, that if you're riding a motorcycle worth 2, 3, 4 lakh rupees, you have no excuse. If you say, Vikas bhai, I don't have money, I'll say ride less. Ride less, buy a helmet first. Okay, not a 5,000 rupee helmet.
correct.
Buy a 20,000 rupee helmet at least. Okay, so here I'll give you an example. What happened is that, I mean, you all know I've had extensive collection of uh, riding gear, helmets, jackets, and I keep gifting them to my friends. Uh, so, couple of years ago, one of my friend, he did not have a performance-oriented helmet. He was riding the CBR 250, and he was also riding the Interceptor 650. So I told him, hey, we both are going on rides, and I'm wearing an HJC high-end helmet, race spec. So I want you also to wear a nice helmet. So I gifted him a high-end helmet, that is this Bell RS1. All right, it is a high-end helmet. I don't know exactly how much it costs now, but that time it was about 40,000 rupees. Okay, I'm talking about 2018, 19. So when I bought this helmet, I bought it from USA, and uh, I gave this to my friend, I think in the year 2020. Okay, and one day he called me and he said, Vikas, bro, thank you so much. I said, what happened? And he said, I met with an accident at 100 kilometers an hour, and I was able to simply get up and
Wow.
walk. Nothing. Of course, he had jacket, pants, and all of that. He got hurt a little bit here, there, some sprains, muscle got hurt. But check out the helmet first, guys. Check out the helmet.
Wow.
I hope we get the focus here. One moment. Yeah,
Yeah.
focus, focus. Yeah, focus is there. Now see, okay, his head hit at 100 kilometers per hour onto the tarmac, and he was able to simply get up and walk. So
Wow.
that is the kind of awesome job these helmets can do. And I always said this, that in case there is an accident and your hand breaks, your leg
Right.
breaks, you can put plates, metal plates and rods, and you can still live a normal life. Okay, you might be limping, but you can still live a general life. You can continue your profession, you can take care of your family. But if there's a hit on your head, there'll be blood clots, and I'm sorry to say this, that it is better that you die, because I have seen people who had hits on their head without a helmet or with a very cheap helmet, and blood clots happened in their head, and they became mental. I'm sorry to use harsh words, but
Yeah.
their mental capability got incapacitated. So
Wow.
they could not understand what others were speaking. They lost their ability to think, and their families have been suffering for years because they literally have someone at home who is completely out of mental stability. So that is how serious.
I mean, this could have been avoided if they had.
Absolutely.
So it's all, in our control. We can say that.
100%.
If we want,
Yes.
we can invest in better, good quality helmets. I mean, because why people are spending so much money on a smartphone, you won't believe it.
Correct.
And
Correct.
I'm sorry to say, but I've seen a lot of people, uh, they are like, taking these phones on at least 1 year, 2 year EMIs. I mean, you can do the same thing for a helmet if you want. Like the priority that you have set for a iPhone. I mean, it's so funny, but we cannot express the priorities that people have shifted for a
See,
smartphone.
there is a very sad thing that people say, and people have done it also. I've heard, I've read this in news that people sold their kidneys to buy iPhones. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, it was there, verified news was there. So, I mean, see, I am using the cheapest iPhone possible. Okay. This is a iPhone 12 mini. And this also, I did not buy because I wanted to buy an iPhone. I was using an Android, okay, OnePlus 7T, which I bought in 2019. It does a great job for me. But since I represent Amazon India and I have to go live from my residence talking about automotive products, so that Amazon Live app that time in 2022 was only there on an iPhone. So I bought an iPhone, the cheapest one possible, and the money was recovered in 1 month because I bought it for business. Correct? So here, uh, It, as Zoe said, it is all about priorities. But a common man might not understand the importance of a high-end helmet. But what about someone who calls himself a biker? I am a biker. I am a rider. Then buy, no, bro. Buy. Okay. So there is one more catch here. So the issue is that I believe Indian government has stopped the direct imports of helmets like Bell, AJC, Arai, and all of that. Only a few, dealers are able to sell them, and unfortunately, uh, there have been situations where counterfeit, fake helmets have also been sold to people. Okay.
I've seen people using those AGV Pista replicas, and uh, I'm really much ashamed to say that I've seen them using on a super bike, like a liter class super bike. I mean, I'm not
Why?
saying that all are using fake replicas, but uh, I have seen at least three or four of these so-called super bikers, content creators, doing it for views, and you can figure out it's a replica just by looking at it, the way it looks,
Never,
right.
never wear a cheap helmet or a cheap condom. It is very, very, very important.
That's
It is all
important,
about your life.
right?
So,
One wrong decision, it will ruin your life. We'll put this in
so
a reel also.
absolutely. So,
Right.
now since importing high-end, uh, high-speed helmets are also not easy in our country. So, what should people do? It is very simple. People go on holidays, correct?
Right.
Okay. Someone who can spend lakhs of rupees on a motorcycle can make one foreign trip. Okay.
Easily.
People go on foreign trips and spend money on clothing, watches. I'm a watch enthusiast too, but I have good helmets also. So people spend money on watches, this, that. Go overseas, any nearby country, first, you know, do some Google research and call a few stores in that country and tell, I'm going to come over, which helmets you have,
Right.
and all of that. Uh, and go there, because the most important thing is that you have to try a helmet before you buy it.
Absolutely true.
I bought helmets through my friends who were coming from overseas many years ago, and it can either be tight, too tight by a few millimeters, or too loose by a few millimeters. Both are not good, because helmet has to be snug, very, very snug fit, but it shouldn't be so tight that it is crushing your skull. Correct.
Right.
But it
Right.
shouldn't be so loose where it comes back and hits you itself. It shouldn't be loose either. So you have to try it. So go to Thailand, go to, you know what? Our Nepal subscribers, we have many
Right. I was going to
beautiful,
tell you about that.
yeah, Nepal subscribers. I think we'll get some comments on this video also,
Right.
that they mentioned they have awesome stores in Nepal, and they have very good helmets, and at a very cost effective price, international helmets.
Right.
So, yeah, we should buy from
I
Nepal,
was
neighboring
planning a
country.
trip to Nepal last year, but
Mm,
unfortunately, I had to cancel. And I spoke to a store in Nepal. They were selling
nice.
such good helmets. Like, I mean, it was too good deal. Like for 15,000, you were getting a helmet. Like in India, it would be like 25,000 or more. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's so many possibilities, guys. You can actually, uh, you go to pubs, you go to different places.
Yeah.
You spend so much of money here and there, but you can make a foreign trip. Maybe the
Yeah.
closest is Nepal. So I think
True.
subscribers from the channel who are from Nepal, they can actually help us out.
Absolutely. Or,
Yeah,
well, we can do a podcast. Let us know. Someone from Nepal can join us
right.
on a podcast, who owns a store, probably motorcycle
Sure.
store, or, we'll be very happy to feature you here on Motocast
Absolutely true.
podcast show. So, uh, yeah. So, and another thing, people are concerned. So, what if we are getting a high end helmet by air? Oh, will the customs department tax us? See,
Yes.
very
Oh,
simple.
you mean by traveling,
See, for an
carrying it?
example, if I,
Yeah,
yeah, if I go to Thailand or anywhere, and if I'm getting goods that I purchase there, anything above, there are two, three clauses here. Okay. First, when you enter India, they'll ask you anything to declare. All right. So, there, first remember, do not worry. Up to 25,000 rupees per person. Now it might have increased. Now this
right,
is, I remember in 2021, I came back from Dubai. I went there on a business project. So it was 25,000 rupees per person. You can buy anything. You buy gold, you buy helmet, you buy watch. There is no tax you have to pay when you land in India. You can
right.
re-verify this on the customs department website. So if you are buying a helmet which is under 25,000 rupees, there what you paid, the billing, okay, you don't have to pay 1 rupee tax. Next, if you buy a 1 lakh rupee helmet, why not? I always say spend as much money as you can. See, if you are earning 1.5 lakhs, 1 lakh per month, why can't you spend 1 lakh on helmet? It is 8% of your annual income. That's it. Correct?
Absolutely true.
Yeah. So, uh, if you buy 1 lakh rupee helmet, simply take off all the box and all of that and throw
Correct.
it there itself. Throw it means responsibly dispose it in a bin in that country and simply
I,
hand
I
carry it here.
I saw Papa Sar who's going to join us in our podcast soon. He's doing that in his stories.
Awesome.
He's getting a good help from this.
So, buddies, never check in your motorcycle helmet when you're on a plane. That is, never put it into a suitcase because it will get damaged. It will bang around. Simply hand carry it, just like you carry your laptop into the cabin of the plane. You have all rights to do it. Simply cover it with, you get a soft cover, cloth cover along with a helmet, cover it with that and take it with you and put it into the overhead bin and make sure that no one puts something against the visor when you do that. Anyways, okay, so you have the rights to hand carry this into the cabin of a plane, and when you land in India, whichever country you go, when you land in India, remember you have 25,000 worth of duty free allowance. You can buy anything and customs department cannot put tax on it. But if you end up buying a 1 lakh rupee helmet, you still simply hand carry it. 99% no one is going to stop you. Okay. In case they stop you and they say, we know this is a very expensive helmet, can you show proof of purchase? Then do not lie that you bought in India because they'll ask for bill. All right. So say, yes, I bought it in so and so country. Please let me know how much tax I should pay. So they will minus that 25,000 allowance, duty free allowance, and on remaining amount, they'll put some tax. Pay it, no yaar. What is the problem? Pay it, legally buy it, get it to India. Correct? So this is my suggestion. So, buddies, when you go to Thailand, spend less money on massage and buy a high quality helmet from Thailand and ride in India on a fast motorcycle. See, the thing is that in case you bought an RC 390, which can go up to 175 plus kilometers per hour, okay, but at that point you do not have money to buy a high end helmet, you definitely can spend about 5,000 rupees at least on buying something like an Axor. Okay. Now, here you need to have control over yourself. Two reasons. You are new to the RC 390 also. So, do not go over, say, 120 kilometers per hour if possible. Okay. Hold your horses. Hold your passion. Okay. So, before you buy a high-end helmet, do not cross 120 kilometers per hour and buy an Axor, keep yourself safe, but keep saving money to buy a high-end helmet. And only after you buy a high-end helmet, think about crossing that 120 kilometers per hour. Actually, I always say that 5,000, 8,000 rupee helmets which are available in India, they can give protection only till about 90, at the most 100 kilometers per hour. But because you bought an RC 390, there is no way you will ride below 100. So I'm saying, fine, okay, ride till about 120 kilometers per hour. But during that time, it could be 1 month, 6 months, save money for a high-end helmet. But uh, Indian helmets are not bad. They are excellent, especially like Axor and LS2 also I used. It's not an Indian brand, but good quality LS2 helmets are also nice. LS2 has a carbon fiber helmet that, yeah, I don't know how much it costs today. 50,000. Oh, no, no, no. Then I won't spend. See, if LS2 carbon fiber cost 25,000 also, I'll not buy, because in that money I'll get a AJC very good Snell certified helmet. Yeah, I don't know if it's Snell certified or not. This one is Snell. Snell is an independent certifying organization, and they test helmets of all high-end brands. I want to say a few harsh things about a few brands, but since Zoe said we will have another dedicated podcast, we will do that. But in this podcast, the Indian brand that I vouch for in the performance segment is Axor. Number one reason, because it also has a double D ring. Okay, double D is this. Okay, it is not a pin system. It's a, it holds on to your neck much better. Pin can come off in accidents. Again, this is a dedicated topic altogether. So Axor has a double D ring, and I believe a lot of R&D has been done to produce Axor helmets in India. So yes, I think that is it. Thank you, buddies. Stay safe, ride hard, but ride safely. Get the best equipment, safety gear possible. And you can follow Moto Zoe on his Instagram. He's doing a great job. And his Instagram details would be there in the description of this video. And please subscribe to this podcast, the MotoCast show. Yes, here we go. Yes.